And welcome. We are playing some Locus today, a absolutely amazing horror game that I fell in love with as soon as I was reading the rules. Knew I had to have like a mini campaign of this, and here we are. I am loving the heck out of this. Unfortunately, we are down a player for the evening, but you will soon see that that's not a problem. And we have a very narrative excuse there. Um, few announcements to get out of the way. Tomorrow's game of Scum and Villainy is unfortunately going to be postponed, so we're pushing back all of the episodes 1 week. Life is what it is. Of course, we have our regular Pathfinder game this Saturday morning, and since Pathfinder is blowing the heck up, I will hopefully get a whole bunch more people coming and checking that out, because that would be nice. Love that game, and it's been going on forever, so come check it out. Um, yeah, and then this Sunday we have some more Scum and Villainy and some more Pathfinder, so yeah. Hang out, come say hello, build up those channel points so you can mess with all these beautiful players.
Not again. I thought we dealt with this last time. Not again, please.
Anyway, speaking of beautiful players, and a chat box that is all over the place.
I'm
There we
sorry,
go.
just saw it.
There it is.
I'll fix that later. Hi guys, how's it going?
Hey.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Don't mess with us, chat. Don't do it, please.
Did we learn from last time?
I did
We
fix the channel command, or the channel point redeems, so you have the option of making someone draw or discard a card. You can cause someone to raise or lower stress. And then, of course, you just have the option for just straight up messing with them. You know, whatever you like to do. But, real quick, I'll go down the line and just give you a chance to, introduce yourself, introduce your character, and then we'll jump right into it. Start with Victoria.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Sir Heckelot. I'm playing Victoria Johnson, who is our struggling artist who is from a big city and has seen some shit now at this point. She hadn't already. Has definitely seen a whole lot now. And is still, yeah, continuing to face her past throughout this adventure we're having. Let's move on over to our next player.
Yeah. David.
Great transition. I'm James. I work for Deadly DA, which is a Pathfinder YouTube channel. If you want to get into Pathfinder, now is a great time. If you want to follow my Twitter, you will find more Pathfinder. But regardless of all of the amount of times I just said Pathfinder, I am going to be playing David, who has been missing for the last few years and decided to come on this road trip. And I was immediately regretting a lot of it, as the last session we indulged in my vice, which was alcohol. And I am so scared to see where this goes, because I don't know if I'm the only player who's done it as of yet, which is indulge the vice, but I am so screwed. But yeah, David's from Minnesota, and if he was around at this point in time, probably would listen to way too much Little Nas. And that's about it. Whoever is next.
Eric, last but not least.
Yeah, I guess that's me. I am Dave from Hagen's Gate RPG. I will be playing Eric. He has a head that's full of far too many chemicals at this point, trying to keep him straight, and got everybody here together. And is kind of regretting that decision at this point.
That's
Waiting
fine.
to see what is out there waiting for him, since he hasn't had a face-to-face just yet.
He had
But
What are you
Whisper
talking
to
about? You
ear.
talk to yourself in the mirror.
That's just the drugs.
Yeah. Totally.
That's
I take it
normal.
back. I take it back.
Yeah, so just a quick rundown of some of the mechanics in between sessions. Every character does have the chance to improve, to choose a skill pertaining to something that they did in the previous session, or choose an item that they would like to find in this session. Does anybody want to share theirs or want to keep it secret?
I want the AA chip of get the fuck out of my face monster, please. It is a +1 striking, get the fuck away from me potion.
Get right on that.
But for at least the specialization, I went from trained of bashing things in to specializes in bashing things in by leveling up, at least by trained in that. So I can now take a little bit more of a hit when breaking things down, because apparently I've been doing that a lot recently.
Don't get broken by doors.
Again.
I mean, doors are a D&D party's worst enemy.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've seen Vox Machina. I know where that goes.
Well, I think the other two want to keep their secret, so we can just jump into it. I am now realizing that I can't jump over to that one because the chat is still messed up, but we'll hang out on this one.
That's okay. We still love chat either way.
So, let's drop this super cheery music. Go for something a little more scene appropriate.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
playing.
Let me know if that's a little loud on stream or if I need to turn it up. Looks like I do need to turn it. That should be good. Then, when we last left off, the group of friends here had decided that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but your next best opportunity of getting out of here, your best chance, was to try to make it back to the road. Back to your vehicle if you could, back to another vehicle. Just getting out of here. How's that for music?
Equally terrifying as the last time I heard it.
Oh, because I'm great at my job. Ash, thank you so much for the cheer and for popping in and saying hello and dropping a host. You're amazing. We love you so much. If you're still around, if you didn't already out. Either way. So as the four of you left out from the cabin, with the weather again starting to pick up, to the point where it was nothing but pure snow, ice, and wind blowing into each of your faces, barely giving any of you the opportunity to see more than just a foot in front of you. I did have you all roll skill checks, which I believe every single person did fail.
Mm-hmm.
And just so we can get some order here, would you all just roll a d6 for me, and we'll just go from highest to lowest.
5.
3.
/ roll. I should probably just use my own dice at this point. 3.
I have this fancy dice box.
Somebody else said 3.
That's
Nice.
so cool.
Oh, you can't
Oh,
see
look
him.
at Mr. Fancy over here. Oh, your background's cool. Sorry, the earth is destroying your dice box.
It's trying. Cool, I'll get my bloody
Did someone else say
dice.
3? Because I'll re-roll.
Yes, I was a 3.
Get my
Well,
bloody
we can-
dice.
Start rolling my own dice. I might as well let this in the waste. 1. Is that
Perfect.
somebody else's number?
Nope.
Okay.
So we'll start with Victoria.
Oh, thank God.
As you are walking fighting through the wind, that howling just assaulting your senses, it does start to fade. It gets to be less intrusive. Even the sound of your own crunching footsteps gets to be less. To the point where even the cold is starting to feel less painful. You still can't see anything, but the act of physically walking is getting easier and easier. And then ahead of you, just barely able to make them out, you see a figure also trudging through the snow, having equally as hard of a time as you are. It's impossible to make out details. It could be David, but it's really hard to tell. What would you like to do?
Any idea? Oh, it's like any idea of like relative like size? Is this individual like do they look larger than me? Or like
Larger than you, probably. So I need to remember what all of the different skills are. Let's go with impatience skill check.
okay.
Uh,
What difficulty?
Medium.
Yeah, impatience. Oh, intermediate then no. I don't make it.
You do have 5 willpower. Everyone does start with 5.
Oh, that's right. We start with 5.
Mhm.
Oh, thank God. I was at 2.
I was at 3. Okay. I have that marked. Yeah, I only have to reroll. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll reroll 2 of them, see if I make it. Oh, much better. Yeah. Alright. I rolled a 6 and a 5 that time.
Okay. As you look closer, you see that not only is that figure too large to be that of any of your companions, but they are physically dragging something behind them.
So sus. Okay, can I get just like a little closer, just like see what's going on, but not like directly interact with them?
Absolutely. They're in the process of
Alright.
walking, like, away from you, so I didn't just knock anything off my desk. So yeah, if you would like, you could just start following after at a safe distance.
Yeah, just kind of see what's going on. Maybe is there any like trees or something around? Kind of like peek out from behind a tree. Like, I don't know.
It is unlikely that they can even see you through the blizzard that is going on around you right now. Alright. We'll jump over to second, which I believe was Eric.
Yep.
With a 3. As you are walking, that howling, that groaning of wind in your ears, getting into your eyes, making it physically hard to even keep them open. There's just this comforting whispering that has started to return to almost the back of your mind, not even into your ears, just physically in your mind. Just occasionally telling you, you can leave them. You can escape. You don't need them. They'll be fine.
They're not gonna be fine. I've got to find them.
How many times do they keep getting you in danger? You almost died because of them.
They almost died because of me. I'm assuming this is all like inside my head, but sounds
Yeah.
audible to me. Okay.
You're welcome to have this conversation in your head or out loud if you want to.
I think just inside my head makes more sense.
Okay. Well, what happens when one of them does die because of you?
Shut up.
Shouldn't you just leave? You should just go.
Shut up. I don't need you right now.
But you will. You always do.
Well, I'll let you know when we're ready. Just, I gotta focus. I've gotta focus. Put my hands in my pockets, kind of looking for, not to take right now, but to just put my hands on something that I can use to quieten the voices if I need to.
As you are walking, the sounds of the howling wind almost start to sound familiar, like the sound of sirens, of cars, the sound of a city.
I'm going to speed up and I'm going to start hollering out for Victoria, David, Jacob. I hear something. I'm sure they can't hear me, but
You start
yeah, I'm going to pick up the pace.
continuously trudging through the snow, now picking up the pace, your legs starting to not only go numb from the cold, but now starting to burn from that physical exertion. Will you roll a frailty check for me?
Frailty.
Intermediate difficulty.
Ooh. Yep, that's a nope. I will spend a willpower.
Okay.
All right, 6, 6, and 4. So
Nicely done. It is definitely starting to take a toll on your muscles. They're now aching, and the wind feels like it's physically picking up with every step, trying to push you back. Until it finally does release. The wind starts to die down. The snow even starts to slow a bit. To the point where you can start to see more of your surroundings. You see the street lamps above you. You see the apartment buildings. All things that you recognize. You see an alleyway where a couple and their dog stand. You know they're waiting for you. You know that you have what they need. And you know that this is the moment where you decided that you were going to give it to them.
this can't. What?
Stepping out from the alley, walking through the snow as if it wasn't even there. The young woman, dark hair just matted and curled, just barely combed back at all, just walks up to you. See, like, that itching, like, down the right side of her arm. She looks back and forth. So you got it then. You're here, so you must have it.
Reach in my pocket and grab a bag, I guess. Play along with whatever this is. Yeah, you got what I need?
Yeah. She reaches into her pocket and just grabs like a wad full of money, and like kind of starts to sort it before handing it over. Yeah,
Fine, here.
you're you're a lifesaver.
Yeah, so I've been told.
Yeah. Just thought that maybe in the future, maybe if we knew where we could find you, way to contact you, um, you know, it's just a way to so we can keep in touch, you know.
No, this is probably going to be. Excuse me, as a player. This is probably going to be the last time.
Wait, but why?
Businesses close, relationships end, whatever you want to call it, but find someone else.
No, you can't, you can't. And she's now like fully come up to you, like grabbed the front of your jacket and is just like pleading into your face. Just no, you don't understand. You can't. We need you.
Yeah, I need to do this for me. And I try to like struggle away from her. Not like full on hands on yet, just kind of.
The face of the woman starts to almost morph off as her features just shift to the side, and the center of her face is replaced by the young man, her husband, and his voice takes over. No, no, you don't get to do this. No, you're gonna keep getting us what we need. Do you understand? And that grip around your jacket just gets tighter and tighter. The
Is this Mark from?
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the names are escaping me, but this is the breaking
The
point.
center point.
Yes.
Okay. How the fuck are you here?
The face starts to contort again, this time being one that's not as familiar, but it's one of the dozen or more faces of people that you know you have sold to. And they just cry out to you, no, no, you have to help me. All of the features of the face just spreading and contorting along, stretching out this humanoid face. And with every new feature, every new addition, the figure starts to grow larger and larger.
You're fucking dead.
Yeah, dead. Because of you. All of us. You did this.
I'm just gonna drop. Like this is his breaking point where he's like
Will you draw
curled and in tears.
will you draw a card for me?
It is a neutral.
As the figure fully reaches its height, fur has just exploded all over this thing. This matted mass of unwashed, unkept hair that almost drips with this goo. And the hands still not letting you go as you drop, fully bring you down to the ground, and its face extending almost canine-like, with more voices calling out from all of the mouths along its head, along its neck, along the collarbones, all repeating that you did this, that you could have helped them, but you didn't. You knew they were struggling. And then we'll jump over to David.
That's where you live it. God, I hate and love this game.
Oh.
All right, it's all right. We're walking in the snow.
You also have that barely visible light. Like, even holding your hand in front of your face and you can barely make out the details. The sound is nothing but howling wind. And you are walking for so long, your legs going numb from the cold, that there is just a warmth that you can feel radiating from your pocket. A comfortable presence that is almost not combating the numb, but making the numb tolerable. What would you like to do?
I have a good suspicion of what it's gonna be, but I'm gonna take it out of my pocket.
It's Eric's flask.
How in the shit? I look around and see if I can try like chuck it.
It very quickly disappears from sight.
What? And well, that's so weird. Hello? Is anyone out there? Vic? Eric? Jacob? Hello? Ah, shit.
It is the silence of the wind. A bitter cold that is just biting deeper and deeper.
Oh, I should have brought a coat.
What would you like to do?
I think he's gonna just stop in place and just gonna try like finding people, and like when he sees a resemblance of a person, he's gonna start walking that direction.
Okay. Would you make a... Let's actually make this a temper check.
Oh,
Medium.
I'm actually really good at temper. Yeah, I succeed because I only have 1 pip in temper.
Wow.
I went for an average-based character, so I did not max out any of my stats. I just went middleman on all of them, which means I either succeed or fail 90% of the time. I am average Joe over here.
There is this boiling discomfort that you know isn't from you. It's a completely foreign entity that is just trying to fill you with these impulses that you know you don't want, you don't need anymore. And just fighting through them, just take step after step until you do start to see shapes through the snow. One
I just
that
start taking off running in that direction.
one just looks like this horrible amalgamation of human and canine bent over something. In the barely visible shapes of what you can see, there is one aspect that sticks out crystal clear, and that is the absolute unmistakable crimson of blood.
What in the Scooby-Doo hell is this?
As you get closer and closer, being able to make out more and more details, the sound of that wind that's just howling in your ears dies down enough that you can start to hear the sounds of wet smacking, of teeth, of growls, of something tearing.
Okay here. Let's not jump the gun, David. Okay. All right. This dog is clearly just on some rabies and needs to get... This dog needs help, okay? We need a vet. Can I see what it's like eating on, perhaps?
Yeah, if you
What's
want to keep
chewing?
getting closer.
I've seen weirder. Let's go.
Uh,
Don't bite me.
Eric, as you were brought to the ground by this thing, just that overwhelming grief and responsibility and pressure that just brought you physically to your knees, this thing didn't just fade away. Its claws just buried into your pectoral muscles, forcing you to the ground, and its dog-like muzzle just started biting, just started getting anything it could get a hold of, ripping into your coat, drawing blood from you. What you like to do?
Sorry. Stab it with the hunting knife, with skinning knife.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go with contested frailty versus its attack.
All right. Two.
2 successes.
Yeah.
Oh, just barely also got 2. You pull out the knife and just reach up and jam the blade in as the teeth bear down onto your collarbone. The 2 of you just get stuck in this position of trying to wrestle control as its black blood is now pouring off of the wound onto you. To keep moving your face out of the way as to not get just covered by whatever this ichor is. David, from this point, you could see the familiar outfit of Eric, and you could hear the struggle between him and this creature.
Get off him, you bitch! And then I pull out the poker, and because I specialize in beating the shit out of things now, I'm gonna. How do I put this? John Wick, a fucked up aberration dog, and then dab it.
Okay. And
I
as
forget
you
that we're on stream sometimes, so I gotta choose words carefully here.
run up, poker in hand, go to make an attack, its face just turns enough to catch you in the corner of its eye, and it is going to just plant Eric down and try to get out of the way of it. So go with your frailty versus its chase.
I accidentally punched my own mic, by the way.
I do that
If
all
you're
the
on stream,
time.
I'm sorry, but I literally I nicked myself pretty well. All right. Oh, that's not good.
How many successes?
One. Besides
You're-
that, I rolled a 5, a 2, and a 1. I did not do well.
Your attack is just going to catch nothing but air and finally impacting into the snowy ground as it just lets go, darts off to the side, and just barely visible there on the edge of the snow, just starts laughing in half a dozen different voices and just slowly backs up out of sight into the snowfall.
That's right, run!
David, you could also draw a card for me.
Oh boy.
And Eric, you have a moderate injury of a dog bite.
Hey, I got a virtue.
3 pips.
Yep.
All right. And we'll jump back to our less creepy music for just a second. As the 2 of you are
Please.
reunited, and you see this creature just back up and out of sight.
You need a hand there?
Yeah, holy fuck, am I glad to see you.
Yeah, you're telling me. You look like you were down for the count there.
Yeah, it was. So I guess that one's mine.
A doggo? That's pretty weird. I extend my hand out to like try to get him to stand up at least.
I'll take the hand.
Well, good thing we're outside and it's pretty cold out, so your wound is gonna be a little less infected.
I look around for a second. Am I still seeing streets or am I back in snow?
You're in the empty snow and forestscape of the park.
Oh, yeah. Of course it's cold outside and snowy. That's right.
Oh, what happened to you? All right, Literally nothing is gonna scare me.
I thought we were out of here. I thought I'd found a city, but all I found was my past.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want?
No,
Can I help you?
let's find Vic and Jacob.
Uh,
We don't need
it's
to get
so weird that we
separated
got.
out here.
Yeah. You know what? I said we do a buddy system. How do I put it? I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder, and if
Ah,
this hand gets off your shit. Where on you is not covered in blood? Can I put it there?
yeah, the other shoulder.
There's a thick layer of just this black ichor that has been mixing with Eric's own blood that just covers the front of him.
Are you okay? What am I
Are,
saying?
are any of us are any of us okay?
You're bleeding black. Did I show up my hand?
No, that was it.
Ew. Ugh. So gross.
Here, just take my fucking hand, man.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do this.
All right, so we're now buddy system up, and
Okay.
Let's go find Vic. I think I lost her about a mile or so back.
With that,
I'm not quite
we
sure.
will jump over to Victoria. This figure, whatever it is, a large, masculine-looking individual with something being drug behind it. At your current distance, details are a little fuzzy to make out. It's moving at a pace that you could start to close that gap.
Yeah, I'll start doing that.
Start to be able to make more details out of what is being drug. You see the extension of two arms just out to the side, being drug along until you see its form extend all the way up and one of the legs lifted in the air as this figure is just dragging the body by a foot.
Is he now? Um,
So, what would you like to do?
yeah, no, this is what my first my first instinct was. Like, we're just gonna go with it. Hey, you, what are you doing?
There is a moment where the figure doesn't quite stop, but the upper torso does turn back towards you. And it just looks for a few minutes, or a few moments, as the two of you are walking. Eventually, it does let go of the body, fully stop, and turn to face you. Are you continuing to get closer?
Slowly, yes, and probably like reaching towards like the back of my pants for my gun. Honestly, it's not exactly like taking it out to draw yet, but like just being wary. Um, yeah, just approaching it as like, do you need help? What are you doing out here? There's a camp this way, you know.
As the figure gets. The distance between the two of you shortens with your very slow steps forward. There's enough details in the body, in the face, that you recognize a much younger, equally angry John. He just stares at you for a few moments, a little confused, and then starts walking towards you. You see the mouth moving, but the wind is still just loud enough in your ears that whatever he's trying to say isn't reaching you. But he is making a beeline towards you.
Okay, I would very much like to keep like the same distance that we had. Like, so I would also like be backing up as he's advancing. Just like, John, what are you doing here? Who is that?
At this point, you would start to be able to hear his voice now as he is taking just these large, lumbering steps towards you. He's just barely you can make out. Shouldn't be here. Come with me now. We're going to fix this.
Fix what? What did you do?
You are coming with me. Now.
I am only going to come with you if you explain what this is.
This is death.
At this point, I think they would have drawn the gun and just like both hands just holding it at him. Like, stop now.
He is full charging you at this point.
All right, I guess I'm taking a shot then.
With the skills that you have and just the near point blank distance you're at, not even any need to roll. The shot just echoes out. The figure of John does start to slow a bit with each step. But then the voice, now much more clear. No, you're not gonna stop me. Nothing's gonna stop me.
Right, like you continue the back up and try to like aim and take more shots, and all the while at this point, I'm probably calling for David and Eric. Like, guys.
Absolutely. The pair of you would hear that first shot ring out, and then a second shot, and then the very distressed, very faint voice of Victoria calling out for help.
Let's go.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
start picking up the pace.
With the three of you headed in opposite directions, John, his pace considerably slow after taking just the point blank shots. It is just a continued, no, this is what I need to do. Until your speed, it's enough to at first keep that distance between you, and then you start creating separation. And eventually, in that backpedaling, in that running away, you come near collision with David and Eric. The two of you seeing Victoria just sprinting through the snow, and then coming face to face with you.
Whoa.
Wow.
Hey,
Hey, you need some help?
Yeah, okay, and I'm like trying to like move them while talking at this point. Like, it was
What?
John.
Oh, okay.
He was younger. He was acting really strange. I mean, he's been acting strange this entire time, but it's still like just as weird. I don't know why he looked that much younger, but he's out here.
Can we do a chime thingy again? Oh god, not again.
As you're talking, and even as Victoria is like trying to keep you all running and moving. Nothing seems to be chasing you at the moment.
All right. I think we're good for now. Now we just gotta find Jacob.
Eric, what happened?
I found mine.
Oh,
It's
I'm
still
glad you're
out
still
there.
around. Good to know.
Okay. So we got the three of us. Where's we're still down one.
I haven't seen Jacob.
Okay. Are you physically okay? I know mentally we're all very fucked right now, so that's completely out of the question.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Now that the GM isn't here, let's just start shit talk. Hey, never mind.
I'm always here.
Always listening.
As the three of you are talking, you hear that adrenaline starting to drop just ever so slightly. The wind has started to die down. The snow has stopped falling quite so harsh. To the point where you have some vision left. And you can see the very faint outline of the Lamplight campsite. The big wooden sign that you had seen when you first got here.
Didn't feel like we traveled that far. But
I really don't care. Let's just.
yeah.
We're still down one.
All right, yeah, let's go out to the road and see if we can see Jacob there.
Oh,
Maybe he was just faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he found a downhill and just so
Or
I
he wasn't
guess
harried by anything creepy like the rest of us.
but you guys ran into stuff. I just. Okay, well, never mind. I ran into that dog thing. But I thought that was more of Eric's thing. Okay.
so the vehicle's not far from here, is it? Like we pushed it off the road and
Yeah.
so yeah. That would be a good place to at least get our bearings for a second.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go to the truck. The cheap $500 truck. Because we got to stay in continuity.
Okay. Yeah. It's right where you left it. Now covered in a
God.
thick layer of snow. But it's there. No sign of Jacob.
I think I got a snow scraper in the back there. If we can just get into the car. I mean, you just brush it off. I don't really know what to do at this point. In all honesty, I'm just.
I guess see if it'll start before we even waste your time with that.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the driver's side and unlock the car and see if I can try to get in.
You turn the ignition, and there's a few moments of that slow rev of the engine. And then, after what feels like an eternity, it does finally turn over.
I am a god. Boom. We did it. All right, we got the car working. I immediately turn on the heat. Ah, it's so nice.
It is a deep, pleasant warmth.
All right, I am hopping in the back where I was sitting at when we were on the road, at least enjoying some warmth for a moment.
Same.
They're tucked away behind your seat, right where you had left it, is your industrial strength maglite.
Click that
Hey.
on. Hey, could have used this earlier.
Hey, at least we can start seeing things now.
I'll slide it
A
into the
little bit better than
backpack.
that lamp.
Come on, Jacob.
How long would you like to wait here?
I'd like to say 5 minutes, but I think like anticipation and anxiety is going to make it like 5 before start freaking out that he still hasn't showed up.
Okay, you know what? When I see like if the 5 minutes have passed and I've warmed up a little bit, and I start seeing like Eric start getting like a little tense, I just go, okay, all right, maybe this is what we should do. Is I'm gonna go clean off the front of the car, make sure that we can at least start seeing out of it a little bit, clean up the back. I said we just drive the fucking car right in. What's it gonna do? Die again? Just
Maybe not, but anything in there have very real effects. I mean, they could do something to the car. They right now
fair.
they don't know that this runs.
I don't know if they can go as far as Minnesota to get our memories and pull real documents out. Then how do they
Mhm.
know we're not less than a mile away?
Maybe they didn't go to Minnesota.
I
Maybe they
didn't
pull those
consider that.
documents out of here.
That would explain a lot about what's been going on.
Because they had to
God,
go
I
to
hate this
Minnesota
place.
for you, New York for me. It's just too much.
All right, well, I say we at least get the car a little closer to camp, maybe to the entrance or something. Maybe Jacob went, back, the way he came, and maybe he's there.
Yeah, we can keep an eye out for him. We need to. We need to get moving though. Can't leave him out there by himself this too long.
All right. I take the snow scraper, half-ass clean up the car,
Okay.
and we'll do some driving skills to get us onto the correct side of the road and get going.
Back onto the highway away from the campsite, or back
No, towards the
towards the
campsite, back
campsite?
to
Okay.
the main entrance,
Yep.
because we can't ditch our friend here. No
No,
matter how
it's
bad I
driveway.
freaking
Oh,
want
that'd
to
be
right now.
horrible.
So you clear everything off the best that you can. Get back in the driver's seat. Start, steering towards the campsite, giving it probably more gas than you have to, just to make sure that you aren't stuck. That you can actually start moving. And it's a slow spin at first, but eventually the tires do catch, and they send you lurching forward up the bumpy road. As you are driving, however,
God, someone's gonna die.
um,
I didn't mean literally, Dave.
would you roll your cowardice for me?
Yeah, sure. I guess. What is my cowardness? Oh, it's 4. That's not good. What? Oh,
Uh,
difficulty?
medium.
I shit you not. I succeeded.
Is it
I
three
rolled
sixes?
2 5s and a 4.
Oh,
Yes.
almost a crit.
I know. I was
Or
this close. I don't care. It's still a success. I'll take that in this game.
there's a set of long, gaunt fingers that just wrap up the edge of the steering wheel around your own hands and start just trying to just nudge the steering wheel so it turns off towards the ditch, towards the trees, trying to bring you off the road. What are you doing to combat this?
I just keep telling it to go away, and just every time it tries turning, I go in the opposite direction. But then when it tries to overcorrect me, I basically holding my arms stiff, and if they try push me one way or another, just unrelentlessly move. Even if it like starts wrapping around my hand itself, just biting my teeth through it, as I don't need to scare my compatriots any more than they're already nervous.
It's what feels like probably a full minute of fighting this back and forth, but for everyone else in the car, it's just a little bit of swerving, which isn't uncommon in the snow, but it is just a David who is just fully focused, just staring intently at the road, like the jaw line just going white from the gritted teeth. You guys are... Oh. Zoom like to move everyone around. Almost.
Ah.
You are joking me.
I was
Thank you.
GM for a little bit.
Yeah, we did it. Vic, give us everything we need. End the game here.
With that white knuckle drifting finally coming to an end, those gaunt fingers just withdraw back behind the steering wheel. Not a word, not a sound. They just withdraw away from you.
Damn fucking right. And just continue going on the gas.
It's not too far of a drive before you do eventually hit the edge of that parking lot in front of the main office. You see the two cars still positioned there, still with a thick blanket of snow on them. No sign of Jacob.
Ah, shit. Okay, we're here.
You think John could have found him?
That snow, it's unlikely. I hope.
Eric, think you're muted.
I am.
Oh, there we go. The Lord speaketh again.
I am back. I suggest that we go in. We're more prepared to take care of things. If he does show up, in worst case scenario, we can walk around the circle again and see if that does anything.
Yeah. Has to be somewhere along it, right?
Oops. My camera's a little weird.
All good? Okay.
So I'll pull out the flashlight and the knife.
Don't worry, guys. I still got my poker.
David, would you roll a durability check for the car? Which is just 3d6. And the middle die needs to be a 4 or higher.
Oh, I already rolled the 3, so... Nope. The car is dead. I rolled a 5, a 3, and a 2.
You do have willpower that you could use on this.
True, I do like this car.
Yes.
All right, let's. Come on. No. I can't. You know what? I rolled a virtue earlier. We'll do it again. If this thing rolls another 2, this die is going in the trash. That leaves the middle as a 5. So, 3, 5, and a 6. So the car stays for now.
That's 2 virtue gone.
That is 2 willpower gone, yes.
Or 2 willpower, I mean, yeah.
And I am down to 6 instead of 8. Thank God for virtue.
As you pull the truck up to a stop there in front of the main office, you glance down and you see the gas tank reading at a solid quarter full.
Okay, that can get us somewhat out of here.
Depends on how large your truck is. That might be 8 miles.
Less walking, I guess.
All right. So with that, you're all hopping out of the comforting warmth of the truck. If anyone's stress was set to uneasy, or tense, I mean, this would be enough to bring you back down to uneasy. And the chat has been super nice, and no one has messed with any of your sanity or your cards yet.
So far. Don't provoke the chat by merely acknowledging it. Tess comes out of nowhere and is immediately gonna blow us all up. Or
Yep.
Zach will, and we're still dead either way.
In that channel points button down there that has all those nifty rewards, definitely won't point that out.
Yeah, chat, you won't do anything. You
Don't-
like us too much.
Don't provoke them.
I'm sorry.
If you say they won't, that
it's
means
now
they do.
It's my brand to cause chaos, even if it's against me. I can't strive away from it. Once
Oh
the
no,
bear's been poked, it needs to happen.
you've awoken the
No,
mods.
we didn't call. We didn't call.
No, go away. Stay and watch, but don't do anything.
With all of you stepping out into the cold,
God damn it.
and Mr. Rogers redeeming a 1,000-point reward.
I want to go home now, please.
3 of you
You did it.
all start walking towards the office. Was that the goal?
Yep.
I guess so.
The perfect time for this to happen.
As you do, you actually see through the windows there are other people standing in the office. You see a tall, like travel-sized suitcase propped up next to a middle-aged woman, a slightly older male, standing next to her, the 2 of them leaning on the counter, speaking with Elizabeth. And I'm gonna roll a d6. Well, Victoria is 1-2, David is 3-4, Eric is 5-6. That's 5-6. Eric, would you please raise your stress up to tense?
It's actually about time for that.
What if, as a player, I'm already tense? Does that reflect in character stats?
It does not,
Thank God.
thankfully. But yeah, you do see other guests that have shown up and are in the process of getting checked in.
Slide the mag-lighted knife back into the backpack
Okay.
and start slowly opening the door.
You start pulling on the door handle. It does not budge. There's
Start looking in there. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
it's not like it doesn't move at all. Like the handle doesn't move. It does jiggle, but it's got that resistance as if there was a deadbolt that was, pulled closed.
I'll lightly tap on the door, try to get one of the guests' attention.
Okay. You tap on the door. You see the woman's head kind of look around, confused at first, and then fully turn around to look at you, giving you just a smile and a "oh," like the wave of hello. She looks confused, looks at the door, then looks at you, and there's some sound from behind the counter that causes her to turn back and look. And you see John step out from the office, standing next to Elizabeth. He just stares out the window towards the three of you. And even as she's moving towards the door, towards the deadbolt, he says something. And she just stops. And now just gives the three of you this horrified look and just takes a step away from the door.
Uh, it's pretty cold out here. What the fuck is John doing?
Well, this has been the nicest thing he's done the whole time. But I still don't like it.
Sure, he's
See-
not trying to actively murder us this time.
There's a very brief argument you can see between Elizabeth and John as the two of them are trying to do that hushed, like mini fight between each other in front of the guests, trying to not let it escalate. As she starts, like, handing over a set of keys, and he just, like, reaches out and, like, palms her hand and the keys and starts pulling them back away. Eventually, she says something, and he finally lets go. And now, still keeping an eye on the three of you, starts walking around the counter and down the hall towards the dining area. At this, the couple is given their key, and you see Elizabeth just kind of like start pointing directions at where to go to get to their campsite. And actually, takes them off in a similar direction that John had gone, probably out of one of the other doors.
Well, do we still want to go in?
How do we get in?
Well, we have
I could
one
break the
person very
door.
good at bashing doors open. Yeah.
What's the worst that'll happen? I hurt my shoulder again.
I mean, that's not
I'll hurt
exactly
the other
ideal.
shoulder this time.
Hmm.
It'll balance it out. One of them is really hurting right now.
Well, if you want to run through the door, be my guest. I'll step back.
Oh, I saw this in a movie recently. I take the fire poker right to the front door and start like tearing it Shining style to at least get my hand in to and I will resist the urge to yell, "Here's David."
Sure.
We're the villains now.
Yeah. Make your frailty check at -1 for, all of your expertise in it.
I thought it was a -1 by roll. I was so scared for a second.
No, -1 to the
God.
stat.
Frick.
This is an easy roll because you are double trained in it.
Don't know.
that
4,
ano-
2, and a 1.
Is that another willpower?
Yeah, sure. Why not? what's the? I literally just need to get one higher on the die, and I'll pass it.
Okay.
That'll do it. I went from a 1 to a 6. So.
It's a few moments of just attacking the door, just throwing your body weight into it, again and again, trying to weaken that one joint, until finally you throw your shoulder into it one last time, and there's that crack of wood as the part of the bolt that was connected to the frame finally does come out, and the door swings open inwards.
Hey, I didn't hurt myself this time.
That's a
An
plus.
improvement.
Well, we certainly got their attention now.
Yeah, I'm like immediately like looking down the hallway where John went.
Well, you don't see John. You do see Elizabeth headed back this way.
Hide.
Well, we kind of broke down the door, so it's pretty obvious we're gonna be at least inside. I still don't know what to do.
It's up to you guys.
Is it pretty clear Elizabeth can see us?
From this distance, unknown. And you can see her attention just kind of like drift to the walls. And
All right, so I
just-
played pretty nice last time. I think I could smooth talk this one. It's gone so well all the other times.
Oh, we did hit the hour mark, so would
God,
everyone
I was
please
hoping
draw
you
a card?
forgot about that.
Boy.
Oh,
Neutral.
hot. I need to shuffle better. I have like 4 hot cards already.
Oh my god.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 as well.
I have one in hand.
So, how many cards total do we have?
Enough.
4.
9.
8.
That puts us at 21.
Uh-oh.
That's not including how many Jacob had in
Yeah.
last session, which I believe
Yep.
was like 5 or 6 easily.
So, the three of you are standing here at the front of the main office, right in front of the counter, and you're waiting for Elizabeth to reach you then.
Okay. Elizabeth?
The hallway that she's walking down, every step, for some reason, doesn't look like she's getting any closer to you. As the length of the hall just starts to extend deeper and deeper, the dining area physically getting further and further away from you. With every step of hers becoming this elongated slope, becoming less and less human.
Can I just say your music has shitty timing, okay? I mean, it's perfect for what you described, but I don't like it when the bass hits out of nowhere.
Gets to the point where her leg fully stretches out what would be 8, 9 feet towards you, becoming just this gaunt, thin, inhumanly long limb. The arms both reaching out, grabbing onto the walls next to her, shrinking down to be equally thin, completely muscleless, just bone and skin. All the while continuing walking towards you.
Oh,
Nope,
maybe
nope,
we
nope.
don't want to talk.
You don't look happy or
Nope,
healthy.
nope.
Let's get the fuck
Let's,
out.
yeah, run. cabin?
Yep.
Sure.
Wait,
So-
hold on. Just a quick question before we do anything. I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. I
No.
just need to remember architecture real quick because I
Mhm.
suck at it. Is the latch on the other side of this hallway the one that will cycle us right to the cabin?
That was in
My miniature just died.
the main office where
Yeah,
she had
you
let you
just-
in.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I say we go through there. Shortcut.
Do we have the time for that? Like, does it look like how she's going? Like, do we? I guess we don't really know.
it she could somehow be 20 feet from you and 50 feet at the same time with the length of every stride that she's taking, and the hallway just continuously elongating under her.
Yep, that's enough of a reason. 20 feet takes forever to get to. Let's go.
Okay.
You're in, I'm in.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going the other direction.
Yeah, my handy dandy floor print that I made here.
So the three of you hop the counter towards the main office, giving the handle a quick shake. At first, there's nothing. It's just physically spinning under your grasp. And then you just squeeze a little tighter and give it a full twist, and it does come open with a click, letting you inside a massacre. There are multiple bodies just laid around the room. You see piles of clothes that are in the process of being cleaned. You see bags, some of them being your bags, that have been piled up and kind of dumped out, their contents sorted through. You see individuals, guests, their bodies fully mutilated, some of them burned beyond recognition. There's blood just everywhere. From down the hall, you hear Elizabeth's voice calling out, "Oh, just a minute. I'll be right there to help you."
Oh,
To
don't
the
worry.
hatch.
Take your time.
To the hatch. To the hatch.
Okay. Getting over,
Right.
kicking the rug to the side, that familiar handle is visible. Reach down, give it a tug, and with a lot of effort, as it feels like it is just wedged almost between the floor and the frame of the flooring, it does eventually lift up with enough space to you all climb down.
Down we go.
Is there any way to like cover our tracks and like while it's open, like pull the rug kind of over and just let it go down with the hatch?
If you would like to try, you are more than welcome to.
Yeah, I think
Let's
that's
go
gonna
with
be very helpful in the long run.
let's go with a hard carelessness.
Oh,
With the
no.
speed at which
Okay.
you're trying to get this done and the
Yeah.
attention to detail.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Hail Mary, but I think it's worth a shot. Hard. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am going to spend willpower to roll one more die. Two of those were sixes. One's a two.
Ooh.
Come on.
You got
Just have
this.
to do better than my carelessness, which is a 4, which is not great. Still 2. Never mind. It was worth a
Yeah.
shot.
You, I mean, from like underneath, you're just kind of reaching up, trying to grab onto the rug to pull it over as you're letting that trapdoor come to a close. And as you get the rug like to the edge of the door, almost back where it was, there is just a sudden pressure that slams down onto the trapdoor, fully pinning both hands underneath of it, caught in the edge. You can add a moderate injury of 2 injured hands.
Yeah, no shit.
We'll leave the extent of the injury till you have time to fully inspect them. But the other two of you, just in this moment of trying to cover your tracks, see a sudden pained look on Victoria's face as both of her hands are just pinned, caught on the edge of that trapdoor.
I'm gonna, out of pure reaction, just shibby away, like, over Victoria and, like, push upward. So I'm almost, like, essentially, like, on Victoria's back, like, yodeling at this point, and just, like, try to, like, offset the pressure to at least get, like, her hands to slip out.
Make a frailty check. Easy for all of the skills you have.
Of course, because we found out that hitting things is what I'm good at, even though I have a 4 in this freaking thing. Nope. 4-2-2.
Oh
That's
no.
a fail.
Well,
Get up there and start trying to put that pressure on the door, trying to lift it up enough that Victoria can get out. And just with the two of you, with both of your weight on this old wooden ladder, at the same time that force being pushed down, that rung that you were standing on just fully bends and then cracks. Now Victoria fully being suspended just by those hands that are caught in the hatch frame.
what is what is the distance from like her feet to the floor?
How tall is Victoria?
Pretty average, like 5'4", 5'5".
Maybe 3 feet?
Okay, so I will basically duck down and let her stand on my shoulders so she's
Okay.
not hanging from the injured hands.
As you are, David, like hanging onto the edge of the rung, now trying to regain your footing. The both of you, as you are both at the hatch, can hear just the sound of sharp metal just being drug against wood from the other corner of the room towards the hatch.
Is Victoria's gun visible?
It's a great question.
Yeah, yeah. It probably would be. It's just in the back of the
Great.
pants.
My speciality is pickpocketing, so that means I could definitely take that gun and fire immediately above my head, and we'll give off a warning to whoever is stepping on this thing. Because if his foot is like on the thing, or at least that's what's stopping it,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna either shoot the foot or give a warning.
Absolutely.
I'm a meta rogue for a reason.
Let's call this a medium ignorance check to just give a sense of where the force is being pushed down on this and where you need to shoot.
Willpower. Alright, that'll do it.
Yeah. That shot echoes out, now infinitely louder down here in this enclosed space, this basement hallway. But there is a cry of pain, a deep masculine grunt, and then that pressure is released from the hatch. And the two of you, Victoria and Eric, just tumble down to the ground, the hatch firmly slamming above you.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Like at this point, like maybe just like even like holding my hands like under my arms at this point is like pain.
Yeah.
I have something that could help, and I rip my like sleeve off the flannel, and we'll start like wrapping their hands to at least stop some of the bleeding.
Yeah. Now that you have just a moment to look, you can see like the edges of the hatch cut into the top, like knuckle area. It is severely bruised, and a lot of it feels numb. But David, if you would like to roll first aid, as at least for the moment, the hatch remains closed.
Was that alcohol bottle when I needed it?
Are you trained in first aid? Did we decide?
I am not.
Then
That's Jacob, who's conveniently not here.
So
We're
rolling
all getting beat up.
rolling something you're not trained in first takes an intelligence check or an ignorance check. I'm sorry.
Ignorance. Well, I passed the ignorance, even on hard. So,
And then clumsiness.
all right. Listen up, dice. You better freaking work. Listen, God damn. 1, 2, 3. Nope.
It's just a few moments of wrapping, of trying to staunch the bleeding the best you can. And in fact, I'll let Victoria, I'll let you describe just the state of what you're in right now.
I mean, the fact that she can't feel, like, basically, like, both sets of fingers, like, disregarding the thumb is, like, I think she's just in shock. Like, she doesn't really know what to do. Like, all she knows is that there is pain, but also numbness at the same time. So she's just kind of blue screening at this point, honestly.
Yeah. Thankfully, there's no sound of the hatch being yanked up from above you. There's no sound of footsteps. It seems for the moment that you are left alone.
You all right there?
What if I told you I wasn't?
Think you can get up?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We will. We got to keep going. Not sure it's going to get any better, but I'm going to start walking toward, I guess, around the steps to get to the magic door.
Magic door.
Last time you were down here, it was a good 30-foot
Oh,
long hallway at the base of the ladder that led to a set of stairs and then led to a wooden cabin door. And as far as you can see around you, the site remains the same.
all right. Also, I'll be shining the flashlight around to knock away any shadows and go and open the door.
Okay. So for your moderate injury of your hands, that means that I should have had this memorized, but there's a lot to remember for this game. Unless one of you has the injury chart up.
I do not. I am sorry.
It's fine. Give me just 1 second. Major injury. That's what I was thinking of. So it fills 3 pips. So all checks revolving around your hands, anything with manual dexterity, it can never be less than a medium difficulty check.
Okay.
But with Eric in the lead, the 3 of you press on. Still, Victoria's hands just running and occasionally dripping blood. leaving a small trail behind you. You get to the door. What would you like to do?
Open up enough that I can see inside, but still have the option of abandoning ship if it's worse in there.
Okay. Door opens just a crack. Your flashlight shining in. It looks, as far as you can tell, empty.
All right, it's safe. I'm going to go on in, and the first thing I'm looking at is the clock.
Okay. You stare up at the clock, immediately whipping around, holding the flashlight up. The
Yeah.
hour is
Like,
pointed at 2 o'clock.
okay. Okay. This is good.
What if Jacob's trapped in that last hour? Because remember, like, it all reset, right?
I mean, there were also, I don't know, we keep saying John and Elizabeth in this time.
Yeah, but
Maybe
John
we'll
and
see.
Elizabeth were both way younger this time than last time. You know what? Let's just let's stay optimistic, and maybe maybe he just comes along, because he's important to whatever fucked game this is.
Optimistic's a little hard right now, but
I don't know what the fuck to call it then. Oh god.
Maybe not an optimism thing, or just a not wanting to think about if he is stuck there.
Alright, willful ignorance. How about that
For
one? I
now.
can deal with that.
You
think
all
he would think to go to the door?
I think so. He's smart enough.
Yeah, you're right.
you do all have a moment here to just catch your breath, to let your thoughts start to finally catch up with what is happening, to finally start to process. Would all of you roll your temper for me? Just an easy temper check.
Okay.
I pass with flying colors.
We're good. We're good.
I pass. Barely, but I pass.
None of you let the events that have happened start to take root, even though there's that fear that is constantly just gripping your chest. There's those thoughts in the back of your mind, whether it's that that self-doubt, that guilt for some of you, or maybe all of you. While it does remain, all of you managed to fight through it. So, what would you like to do?
I look to the fire pit. Is there any fire in there?
There is just the faintest glow of a set of dying embers.
Okay.
While you are staring down at the fireplace, that leftover, partially burnt newspaper that that Jacob had used to actually start the fire, that eventually did die out without anyone tended to it. You see the headline of, you know, young male badly injured in stunt gone wrong. See the picture of the hospital. And then on that same page, you see listed an obituary. See names, most of them mean absolutely nothing to you. Then you see read just enough of the line to read Connie.
Anybody
Still
know
messing
Connie?
with us, huh?
Who's Connie?
My neighbor. I
Oh,
forget if
sorry,
I
I did.
mentioned her. No, you're
I
fine.
know you did. Oh, I didn't know her name. You just said neighbor. And
Still messing with us, huh?
Can I see that?
Sure. Yeah, I guess it's safe enough to like.
Yeah, it's not hot.
Oh,
All right. I'm just gonna look and see if there's anything else that might be on there.
Um, just what's left of the non-burnt section of the paper. Most of the rest of it looks pretty innocent. Though flipping over the paper, you see the bottom half of a story. The first half burnt away and gone. But the bottom half, even just reading through what you have, seems to detail the report of missing people, of campers and hikers traveling through northern Colorado with unexplained disappearances.
Well, this one looks like us now. What do we do? I have no idea.
well, we seem to be getting more of the pictures the more times we go around this. I didn't really get to talk about my encounter with John, just past time around, but he was dragging a body straight up. It was really disturbing, and you kept saying like, I had to go with him, which obviously I wasn't about to do that. He said like this is death and he has to do this. Didn't really explain why, but for some reason he feels like he has to do this.
When I got lost out there, I don't know if I should say a friend or an acquaintance, somewhere in between, I guess, of a man that I facilitated everything he needed to kill himself. I knew what was going to happen. So there it is. That's why I'm here. That's what I do. I fuck up other people's lives. And I brought you here with me.
It's not like we didn't have a choice in this. You invited us. Yeah?
Yeah, But that's, I don't know what to call it, but that's what this place has on me. Just so we're all in the open.
I appreciate that. I know that's not an easy thing to admit.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a minute. Just
I think David's gonna pull out the paper, and as Eric finishes, looks at it, see if it's changed.
That hospital record, that patient diagnostics sheet that at first had all the information of your boyfriend and then was absolutely just desecrated with the words "just like him." And then the last time you looked at it, it was completely blank. This time there is information filled out, but it's not your boyfriend's, it's your mother's.
Well, that's to be expected. When, I guess if we're bearing our souls out, I guess. When I was little, my dad used to hit my mom pretty badly. He'd get home from work, drink, and then do what dads did in the 50s, I guess. roughed him up. When I was little, Eric and I found the booze and started drinking it, and it was fun, hanging underneath the bridge and getting away with whatever. And some years go by, and I met this boy named Jack, and he was witty and funny. And we fell in love, and it was nice for a while. And then I started drinking a lot. I mean, a lot. And one day I come home and he's yelling at me. I don't even remember what he was mad at anymore. I was drinking and I was so angry that I lost control. Just like my father, just like him. I hit Zach so hard and so much that he ended up in the hospital for 3 months, recovering from his injuries. Obviously, he broke up with me. To be fair, not a lot of people like getting the shit knocked out of them. But I went to AA. I started sobering up a little bit, and I don't know, we started talking again, and I really want to see him again. That's why I'm here. Like my father, I'm now an alcoholic, and I beat the shit out of the ones I love. Just like him.
In this neutral, almost forgiving air that you've all created in the moment does seem to help lift some of that pressure, some of that fear that's been building on you. And you can all discard a non-haunt card.
All right.
Yeah.
As the three of you have this moment of quiet, considering your next move, where Jacob might be, we're gonna hit that halfway mark and pop it over to just a quick, 5 to 7 minute break. Give everyone a chance to breathe, to let it out, to, grab a drink, whatever we gotta do. And before we go, I am going to just pop over to me real quick. And just, I want to tell everyone that's watching that this is a horror game that's designed to be created and based around very personal horrors and traumas. Everything that we're covering, everything that you're seeing, these were all created from the players themselves. We have the proper safety tools in place. Everyone knows that at any point they can stop a scene, they can steer us away from topics. But I know that a lot of this is triggers for people, so if it is, I fully understand. If this is not the game for you, make sure you take care of your mental health, take care of yourself, and if you are facing any of the issues that these people are facing, there is so many avenues to get help. There are so many people to talk to. Just make sure you take care of yourself. And now we're going to jump to a break, and we'll be back in a minute. And welcome back. Yeah, now they can see you wave. So we left off with all of you having a quiet moment to reflect on the pain that all of these visions and these monsters are trying to bring out of you. With the silence of the cabin and just the faint sound of wind blowing on the windows, the storm that has just been picking up and dying throughout the night. What would the three of you like to do?
I'm inevitably at some point after everyone has kind of bared their emotions, their trauma, going to go isolate myself in the bathroom again.
Okay.
I'm gonna start digging through Eric's stuff to see if I can find a drink.
In front of Victoria?
That was my question.
Yep.
Okay. That depend on if he finds one or not, but
Eric,
definitely clock that.
where's the flask?
I don't think I'm in possession of it anymore, am I?
I
don't
threw it
think
back
I'm-
at you at the end of the
Mhm.
last, because I stole it, drink from it after it got refilled by Demon Fuckhead, and then I chucked it back at you, and you were
Then
like,
isn't-
"Oh, it's more alcohol in it than there was before," and then I was just like, yeah, no shit, dude. And then that's kind of where we left it.
Okay, then it's in the backpack. Everything goes in there.
Okay.
Oh, I do find it.
Yeah.
Down the hatch.
David, what you doing there?
Taking the edge off. Alright, you want some?
Not at the moment. You know, I thought getting that chip was kind of a big thing for you. Yeah.
Yep. You'd think, but I also didn't expect to be in whatever mess this is. So if we're gonna keep getting hurt, might as well control it. It's all
For
to your
what?
hands. Well, let's see. My best friend, since I was little, apparently kills people, or at least ruins their lives. So say. Your hands are absolutely smashed. Jacob is God knows where. My haunt leaves me alone if I do this. I don't see him. I've only met him once, and conveniently, I haven't been haunted since. Yeah, I see the same things as you guys, but you guys each get your own trauma shit. But I haven't had anything pop up except for in the car. But even I managed to overcome that. So clearly, there's a relationship here. It's gonna take another drink.
You can add 2 willpower and draw a card.
Fuck yeah. I love getting willpower. That means I can re-roll things.
And you love drawing cards, apparently.
I do love drawing cards. I think this makes it my 10th or 11th in my hand.
Oh my
All
god.
right. Draw.
You just draw all the cards.
You know what's funny? I just hit virtue, actually. So that's an additional 3 willpower right there.
The irony.
I hate being so right that the game rewards me for it.
And you can discard that card.
Oh,
Yep.
yay.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. If you draw the virtue from indulging your vice, you don't gain the willpower or discard the card.
I don't like that anymore. Time to go back down. 9.
Yeah, not rewarded.
I was so happy. Hey, it still gets me up to 6, though. If it works. There we go.
Well, you know, the first time things got really weird and they were kind of out of it, I did see something next to you. Maybe indulging
That
in
wasn't even the
that
first
vice.
time.
And it wasn't even the first.
I didn't even drink until... God, it feels like a week has gone by. When we were last outside the other murder cabin, that was last time I actually had a drink. Because I can steal things really well. You know, when Eric got hurt from that monster thing?
Hmm?
Yeah, Eric also has very loose pockets.
Well, you know, maybe indulging in that vice makes everyone else see it then.
Wait, you see what I have to see then?
Have you seen something?
I haven't seen shit since I've started drinking. Like I said, the only thing I see is that Elizabeth going crazy, but that's. But you guys also saw that, so clearly we all have a vice, and if we indulge in it, it leaves us alone. At this point, I'm going to do whatever it takes to survive. However, if we do get out, I'm gonna go back to being sober again, because I absolutely hate this fucking taste. Burns my insides every time I feel it.
You promise that?
Sweetie, at this point, I will promise anything if it means I get out of this fucking hell.
I'll take that.
I am better, though. I mean, overall, I've been slowly working things back up with Jack. I mean, granted, it's hard to forgive somebody after you've done what I did, but I hate this fucking taste so much.
Victoria, or sorry, I guess David, did you give the gun back after you used it?
No, it's in my pocket. I was more concerned about taking care of Victoria's hands than I was about giving it back. So it's probably in my left pocket.
So I imagine Victoria would probably see the, maybe the butt of it just kind of sticking out from the pocket.
And also, he did shoot the gun. I would have noticed when then he had the gun.
Yeah.
Oh, you still have that. That's good. I don't know if I'm exactly in the shape to shoot it, but
Do you want me to hold on to it then? If if I'm not dealing with haunts, then you guys could be. I don't know. I don't know how to shoot a gun either. I just point. Honestly, guns terrify me.
I think I can make do. I'd feel a little weird not having any arms whatsoever.
My
Considering,
poker?
again, I ran into John.
Here, if you want the gun back, then just don't shoot me with it and pull it out and hand it back.
Right? She takes it, winces a little bit, as she, like, puts her hand around it, and then
Your adrenaline will kick in, and you'll be able to at least get a shot off. So I'll make it count.
yeah, I hope so. We don't have too many left.
In
You go back to
fact,
the murder cabin. We can find more.
you have fired 3 times out of the 4 remaining shots.
Make it
But
count.
even just as the weapon is handed to you, there's just kind of that reflex of, checking the safety, spinning the chamber. And you see, instead of just 1 loaded chamber, there are full 6 shots.
6 lucky shots, then I guess.
And at the top of the hour, you can all draw a card.
Oh,
Neutral again.
Neutral.
yeah! I got a virtue.
That one you can discard.
Yay! Boop, and then
How many willpower does it put you at?
9.
We haven't really had it come up, but the max willpower is 10.
Maybe draw another card. Maybe draw another card. I'm kidding.
If you
All right, chat,
insist,
you've heard him.
No.
chat, the
Yeah, chat. You
the
won't
challenge
do it.
is out.
Oh my
I
God.
challenge chat to make my life hell. You won't.
We'll jump over to Eric, in the bathroom.
So I'm more or less just sitting on the toilet like it's a chair, head in hands, and thinking if I want to go into my pockets.
Okay.
I feel like I need it, but also I feel like it's almost inappropriate with the things that were just revealed to me. So I'm fighting that line.
If it would make character sense for you, it will let you make a cowardice check for this instance.
Yeah.
We'll call it easy because you have had some time to let the adrenaline fall.
Oh, well, that's good because I am very cowardly. Never mind. 664.
Almost a crit.
Yeah.
And Nova has apparently answered the call. And David,
Oh God.
feel free to draw another card.
Okay. Told you chat wouldn't do it. Ah, shit. That's a haunt.
Yep,
That
there
sounds
it
right.
is.
How many
I do it.
How many haunt cards do you have?
Good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5.
That's all I needed to know. As you are in the bathroom, Eric, you're going through that contemplation and eventually deciding, no, I don't need this. A clear head is what I need to help these people get out. They're staring back from your reflection where you were just a moment ago. Instead is a very thin, wiry version of you. The eyes sunken into nothing. The cheeks just these deep, just ridges of pure bone and flesh. It starts to reach out towards you from the mirror. Its fingers just these long, almost blade-like nails. Would you roll one more time your cowardice? This time at a hard check.
Oh, that's not going to happen. No. I'll give it another shot.
Okay.
Actually, no. I can't give it another shot.
Because you can only reroll
Because
2
if it's
dice.
hard. Yep. So that 4 is going to fail either way.
There's just that moment where you start to try to back away, and then it's like a light switch where your conscious mind just flips off. The other 2 of you still out in the main living and sleeping area. As you're having your conversation, you're handed the gun and painfully, put it away, hang on to it, whatever you would like to do. You see Eric open the door to the bathroom, step out, knife in hand, and just starts stumbling towards the 2 of you.
I get up immediately and draw the poker. Like, kind of like push Victoria behind me because I know she's kind of injured.
Continues
Eric, what's
these
going on?
stumbling steps. Blade just kind of held off to the side.
Eric?
And when he gets close enough, is going to try to lash out at David. So David, would you roll contested your clumsiness against Eric, your frailty?
I like this game.
I just need to know who
I
has
was
more
expecting
I have
successes.
player
so
versus
much
player
willpower to play with right now. I have a cocked die. I didn't think that was possible.
One success,
Success. I have 2 successes.
two
I rolled
successes.
2 5s.
You just sidestep out of the way of the knife as it just lashes towards you, almost sending him off balance off his feet. But he regains and again starts stepping towards you.
Can I, as he like starts fumbling, I just want to like full on like body slam him into the wall.
Absolutely. Same checks, just reversed. David's
So this is
frailty
my-
versus Eric's clumsiness.
Oh no. This is gonna be a little better. Well, nope. I
0.
bombed all my rolls.
Okay, so I got 1.
Yeah. Victoria, you see the two of them just clash for a moment as David goes to shove him to the ground. And instead, kind of, like impacts with the shoulder, and Eric just twists, and David goes tumbling off away from him. But you no longer see any knife in Eric's hand.
And I like look to see where the knife is.
There is the hilt of a blade sticking out from the rib cage of David.
Oh no.
So, at this point, I'll let the three of you all roll initiative.
Which is
Just 3d6. Let me know what you rolled.
11.
Okay.
11.
Oh
Let
my
me do
god, that was
roll-offs.
almost a crit. 17. That was
Hey,
so
you have the gun
close.
here. All right, you could easily start changing
Yeah,
up this.
I don't want to
thing.
like cause more death. It's just gonna be Victoria.
I
There's
got
only
a
one left.
7 in total for the roll off.
10 on the roll off. So
I'm going last. I got a freaking knife in my ribs.
Okay. So then Victoria is first, followed by the monster, and then David.
Oh god. Okay. Yeah, like I have any idea that this is like actually Eric, or is this like
In
something entirely different?
this moment of being now bathed in the mag light that is out here and is kind of illuminating the room, you see that same gaunt figure that has been continuously just being around David, that was in the bed with him, that the hands gripped up around David's hands on the steering wheel, except now it's got those blade-like fingers jammed into the back of Eric's hands, almost like it's puppeting him. And it is just hovering above his shoulder, the head just a vacant, empty expression.
Oh. Okay. All right. Uh this is Oh wow, this is a whole lot. I All right, I think Victoria would like try to at least like put herself between David and Eric just so like I don't know, he can't get to the knife any more than like he already has. So he can't at least go for a second stab. And say like knock it off. What the fuck? Like at this point like maybe try to like either take the hand of this creature or something else and like try to get it off of him and just say, you are more than what you were talking about before. This is not the solution.
Okay. I'll consider that an attack, and
Okay.
we'll go with your repulsion.
Oh, that's worse. All right.
versus your temper, Eric.
Okay.
Okay.
2.
All right, I'm using a willpower.
It's 2 successes from Eric, so
Yeah, I have 1 so far. Let's see if we can do better. Oh god, I dropped 1. Ah. Yes, we did do better. That's 3 successes.
as Eric is just standing there and even starts to lunge towards you with those bladed fingers just lifting up his hands, pulling them, puppeting them towards you, it stops. And Eric, last thing you knew, you were just staring in the mirror, and this thing suddenly started lunging at you. Now, you are reaching out towards Victoria's throat. David is on the ground with a knife in his rib cage, and you just have this shooting pain in the back of your head.
What? And I'm just gonna drop, like, almost slam into the wall and just fall down.
I'll consider that an attack against the monster. Whether by accident or on purpose, you're physically slamming that thing into the wall. So I'll compare your frailty to its resistance.
Willpower. One.
It rolled 0.
Oh.
Not a sound comes out of the mouth, even though it does open for a moment, in maybe calling out for pain, but it is fully slammed against the wall. Its tendril-like fingers just rip out of the back of your hands, and it starts to back away from you, just trying to get back to the shadows. We'll jump down to David. Quite literally down to David, who is on the ground.
Oh. I'm gonna take the knife. Do I see the shadow thingy from it?
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna hurt. And I yank it out. And I am gonna do something stupid, but it always works somehow. I am going to, as it tries to leave, I'm gonna like, cause Eric's on the ground too, right? So he's like only like a
Mhm.
foot or so. I'm just gonna leap right above Eric's head and drive the knife into the shadow.
So, first, will you make a carelessness check for pulling the knife out? Just to see the
Yeah,
extent
sure.
of the damage.
Bad, because pulling knives out of wounds in real life has never gone well.
Yeah.
I actually pass. Holy shit.
Okay.
2 6s.
That means you are just going to have a major stab wound, not a grievous stab
Oh.
wound.
Oh god.
There is a step worse?
Yep.
Yes.
Stab wound.
So that's just 3 pips.
Hey GM, I am 1 pip off of ending my stage 1, by the way. Just for the folks who are doing math at home.
It's fine. You have 3
Okay.
stages.
Yeah.
I can survive another 2, guys, right? I can do this.
I don't know.
Now-
This
Drive
rate,
the knife.
we're getting beat up so much. Ty's gonna come back and be like, "What the hell?"
Now, as you leap up towards this thing, go ahead and roll your frailty versus its resistance.
Get away from my friend. I'm gonna spend 2 of my willpower to reroll. That is a success. That is 3 successes actually.
Wow.
I spent a good chunk of willpower making sure that I was there.
So are you adding that -1 still?
Uh,
Or is that...
because I'm trained in
Because that's for, like,
wait,
bashing
-1 to
down
the DC.
doors, or, like...
Yeah, no, I'm not adding my -1.
Okay.
I rolled a. Wait, hold on. Ties don't count. Wait, do ties count as successes?
Above.
So I rolled a 4. My thing is 4. Has to be
Above.
more than 2 successes then. So I got a 5 and a 6.
Well, then you tie it at 2 successes.
Okay.
So you are going to cause a tear across this thing's flesh, with the blade connecting to bone, cutting through that paper-like flesh down into more bone. Just the blade cutting through, almost fragile. Almost with enough force you could just break through it even without a bladed weapon. And it cuts fully down the rib cage, opening up just this fully desiccated, rotting body. That even as that wound opens up, the smell hits you and almost just makes you want to double over from just what smells like years of decay. Since you did tie, it is going to keep backing up. But before it gets to fully go, Victoria, you are up.
Yeah, cool. So there have been developments. Uh-oh. Do I think it is at all possible to get a clear shot on this thing without hitting either of my group mates here?
The only one that might be in the way would be David.
I can handle it. I still have one more pip. All right, I could.
Gunshots are a little bit different, my friend. Mm-mm. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I'm gonna go for it. We're just gonna try it.
Regardless of how much training you have, the pain in your hands is just a constant reminder, and that makes this a medium carelessness check.
Go back to my... Okay, let's see. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, 6, 5, and a 1. Medium would be a success.
Wow. Would you like to describe this scene?
I feel like she winces again as she takes out this gun. Like, at this point, like, even just taking out, her hands are shaking at this point. Like, it hurts a whole lot, but she thinks back to the adrenaline that David was talking about. Just kind of lets that carry her to steadying herself for just like 2 seconds she needs to pull that trigger and just go. Um, which the bullet just sinks right through the head of this thing.
It is a splatter of green, black goo against the wall, as a majority of this thing's head just caves in. And even as it was just reaching for the shadows, just desperately trying to escape, it just starts to fall off the wall and collapses onto the floor in the room. So I switch over. What I want. In that moment, as that gunshot rings out, this thing lets out one feeble cry of pain and then collapses. You look over, see Eric, back of his hands still bleeding fairly profusely, and David kind of leaning there against the wall, blood absolutely pouring out of his ribcage. Eric, you can add a minor injury, just 1 pip of
All right.
cut up hands.
So,
Yeah.
Mr. GM, sir,
Mhm.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, by the rules, if you engaged in your virtue, something happens.
Mhm.
My virtue is temperance, which means if aiding my allies through their fear will benefit me. I'm not 1000% sure if I read the rule correctly or not.
Yeah.
But
That you
I
can
am
discard a
letting you know
card.
now because I keep forgetting about that rule.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
should have
Discard
gotten
a
rid of a
card.
few more of these before.
Cool.
Okay. Do I discard just neutral cards?
Neutral, yeah.
Okay, cool. And that is gone.
David, you all right?
Oh my god, that's a lot of blood.
Well,
Yep.
don't feel pretty, I'll tell you that.
At this point, just trying to find whatever cloth is around or something, just trying to put pressure on that.
Yeah. Whoever wants to tend to it or try to tend to it, since I think the only one that had medical expertise was Jacob, just make an ignorance
He
check.
briefly appear real quick.
All right, I can do the ignorance check. I'm confident with. What difficulty?
Sorry, medium.
Medium. Okay. I have 1 pip in ignorance, so
Ooh.
that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Easy enough. And then carelessness to actually tend to the wound.
That's where the problem is. Oh no. Oh, medium?
Medium.
Alright, that was 2 sixes and a 2, so that works. I was like, oh man, I failed it. Okay.
Because
medium.
nothing with your hands can be easier than medium. But
So yeah, that's make it.
you do stop the bleeding, manage to keep David from going into shock, keep him there conscious, and finally get the blood to stop. Which means that, David, your major injury will drop to a minor injury, and
Yay.
will not prevent you from moving, as the major injury would have.
Alright, 3 pips until I die.
Great,
kidding.
cool.
Just till the end of stage 1.
Oh, it doesn't reduce the pips.
What?
Yeah, the pips can never be
No, they
reduced.
stay.
Hey guys,
You're
guess
just
what?
not
We're back
immobilized
to
by
where we
it. Yeah. You can't heal pips. That's what makes this game scary.
I don't like this anymore. Okay. Minor. Moderate stab wound. Sorry, now it's a minor stab wound. There we go.
While David is being patched up, Eric, still with the small, just almost like pinprick type wounds in the back of your hands that have just been not enough for a concern, but they have just been trickling out blood. What are you doing?
I pretty much have not moved from the spot where I hit the wall. I just went on down. I'm watching Victoria take care of David. I concerned for his well-being, but just kind of clocked out, and I'm just looking at the holes in my hand.
Will you roll a cowardice skill check for me? Medium difficulty.
This is where it all began. Spending a willpower. Whew, that's not good. Nope.
Okay. Then, as you are sitting there, just staring at your hands, watching David be patched up, that voice again fills the back of your mind. But you did. You could have just left. None of this would have happened. I had to tell you.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just had to see it for myself.
See? You don't want to hurt them anymore. You just go.
Yeah, I think that's best. And I just stand up from the spot where I'm at. Start walking toward the door.
Do I see this? Like, I don't know if
Absolutely, yeah.
okay, like, I'm also
Mm.
attending. Okay. I'm like, yeah, Vic kind of like looks over her shoulder and is like, Eric, where are you going?
I don't know. You don't need me here, though. You need to survive. You need someone better than me. Get David out of here. Make sure he's safe.
Well,
And I
lucky for
toss.
you. Lucky for you, we don't have better. So could could you stay, please?
All right, if you insist. And I'll I'll return to my seated spot by the door, the wall by the door this time.
Okay.
You know, I don't blame him for stabbing me. It wasn't you. It's not your fault.
Eric, by the way,
It does hurt.
there is no recollection of what happened between the point that you went to the bathroom and you were standing here at all.
Yeah. I know it wasn't me, but coincidences, patterns, whatever you want to call it, these things always happen.
If you think this is anything more than a normal you think this is a normal circumstance, then you're far from normal.
Well, I've heard that before.
Also, can all draw a card facing down a monster.
Okay. Oh, that's a haunt. Oh, I don't like that.
Neutrals.
Does that take you up to 5 haunts by chance?
It does not. I have 2.
I'm at 6 haunts now. Guys, if I keep drinking, I promise nothing happens. I just get stabbed by my friends.
Oh yeah.
I believe that this is an absolute character question, character judgment here. In this moment, does Eric believe that he has committed betrayal?
Yes.
Okay.
Ray, if someone asks you a god, you say yes. In this case, you say no.
Then everybody except for Eric, and I'll have to make a note for Ty, you guys can draw another card.
Okay. Oh, that's a virtue. Let's go. I needed willpower so badly. I'm at 2.
Same.
Neutral.
I don't imagine it does, but does that by chance put you guys over 30 total cards?
How many
I
you guys
don't
have?
think so.
I got 9.
Got 1, 2, 3,
I got
5.
11.
Okay. That's 20, 26? 25?
Yeah, but if you count Ty's cards, which is probably just
It
5,
would.
then
Yeah.
it would put us over to 30.
We don't count Ty's cards. In fact,
Hey, we should be playing with less people in general. I'm kidding, no.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Roger.
Oh wait, no, did we?
Discarded that time. Oh no, this is the discard.
in fact, if you were to split up the hand sizes of the people that split away, they no longer count together. It would be 2 separate piles of cards.
Guys, separating the party finally works. We found a system where it works.
So as you are all sitting there and Eric does take a seat again, where you expect that sigh of relief that he did change his mind, that you're able to talk sense into him, it is instead just a feeling of dread, of some darkness that is reveling in this moment. So, with David finally bandaged up, Eric seemingly regaining that self-control that was lost, what are the 3 of you doing? The clock is still firmly pointed at 2 a.m., has not moved.
After about a half hour or so of getting my head around all this, I'm going to start looking out the windows for Jacob, hoping that we can get some sight of him.
Okay. Also, since you have had some time to rest, to catch your breath, anyone that is stressed can drop your stress level by 1.
And that's the problem with the pencils without erasers.
Oh no.
You are staring out the window, looking for any sign of Jacob. Will you roll your impatience for me? Just an easy
Yes,
check.
I will. Okay, 5. Good.
Okay. As you're staring out, well, you don't see Jacob. You do see very similar looking figures to what you had seen before, with just barely human wisps. Just almost shadows of their former selves, maybe ghosts, maybe souls, depending on what you believe in. But they are just out. Almost looks like they're playing in the snow. See one of them on the ground, making snow angels. 2 of them making the motions as if they were building a snowman.
I'm just going to put my hand up over my shoulder and not break sight with them while doing that.
Yeah. Either David or Victoria or both of you, if you would Head over to the window, you would see these human-like essences that seem to be playing in the snow.
They seem tall, short.
A mixture.
Do you see that?
Yeah, this time I do.
What the hell?
I don't know what to make of anything at this point.
First they try to kill us, now they're out here making freaking snow angels?
Don't think all of these apparitions are bad. There were those ones that were just trying to escape the fire before.
Yeah?
Or that lady
So,
that we met.
so what are they to this place?
Maybe there are people who died here.
A lot of people did go missing here.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they're trapped here. I don't know, I keep going back to what John said to me earlier. He said that he had to do this, and at least like I'm interpreting that this meant, killing people and dragging their bodies to who knows where. Then that clicked with something that you said, David. You said whatever thing, the thing here, goes away when you drink. Maybe that's what John meant. Maybe it's a horrible thing to do, to have to murder someone to keep a thing away, but maybe they're just as much suffering from this as we are.
Yeah. That makes sense.
What do we do about it?
Well, I can't exactly indulge my vice. Was not ready for that.
I'm getting there.
David just hits the ceiling.
My entire system just crashed all at once. Okay, you gotta give me a sec.
Oh,
We're gonna do some
Oof.
visual mess around.
Oh,
But
What
do I
the-
need to throw a set? Be right back.
No, I'm gonna fix it in the background. Just everybody stay serious.
okay.
There we go.
You did it.
all right. What was I
Wasn't
saying
ready.
now?
I don't know. I legit wasn't paying attention.
What are you guys gonna do about it? What?
Apparently do
Oh.
360.
Well, I can't exactly, take care of mine that way. I mean, I guess John has, but I don't want to be John. I don't know what to do. I want to try to figure out what's going on, but I don't want to push forward too far because then we're just separating ourselves further from Jacob.
I guess the bottom line is we can't go through to the next cycle. We have to stay
Yeah.
here until we find him. I'm thinking like maybe if we somehow like maybe disable or like disarm John somehow. If we can overpower him, maybe we can talk to him, figure out what's going on with him. Maybe whatever's behind what he's doing. Maybe that's another step to getting out of here. I don't know.
It's crazy enough that it might just work. It's also crazy enough that it could get one of us killed.
At
And
least one of us.
I am going to try to look at Victoria and then look at David without David seeing that I'm looking at him.
I mean,
They look
Yeah.
happy.
I think the message came across.
It did.
That David needs a haircut. I really think so.
Yeah.
But don't say that here.
Too.
How about I keep looking out the window, seeing if anything's changed. It's almost as if Eric is hoping that something will happen out there, that he can get something that isn't. Let's go try to subdue John. But he's looking, and if nothing's changed, they're just still doing what they're doing.
I mean, those figures that were playing in the snow have kind of moved down the campsite a little bit towards one of the buildings. But you see more of these things just walking around. It looks like they may be coming to or from a cabin. They just seem to be existing here.
Maybe this isn't what we're looking for. Maybe. David, stay close to me.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I hate to volunteer anyone to lead here, but I'll stick with him and you have the gun.
Works
All
for
right.
me.
It's fine. I can lead. I felt better.
Right. Just
I can handle
Just
it.
hang back. We might need your beautiful words to help us, but don't go kicking anything right now.
Oh, but I'm so good at it.
Okay.
And I guess office.
Yeah. Office.
Here we go again.
At least not here.
Oh shit! And this is also the office in a new cycle. So
Let's see what fresh horror this one has. Maybe Elizabeth won't turn into a giant leg monster thing.
Yeah, all
God,
I
that
was
last one was
imagining.
weird.
Yeah, all I was imagining was like the Spider Mom from Coraline. Like if you've seen
Yes.
that, like just
Mm.
going through the tunnel. That's what I was imagining in that.
Clearly, Coraline is Hoop's favorite movie of all time.
Oh yeah.
Just off that reaction.
I did rewatch a lot of things in preparation for this.
Can we get the musical scene then from Coraline?
Oh my
I'm
god.
talking about Coraline.
As
You really.
Eric, you open the door, you would first notice that the snowfall has risen up to just about the door handle. Just a little over 2.5 feet of snow.
oh shit!
Can we still get out?
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say: live fast, die young. Let's go.
Doesn't sound exactly like the best motto right now, but
BK do cry.
It's not a thing yet.
I forgot because this is the 90s.
Yeah, this is the 90s.
you invented it.
Yep. I'm gonna become a famous singer when I grow up.
Alright. So, you are all trudging out into the snow then. This one will be easy for all of you, but would you make a frailty check for me?
Ooh.
As you are fighting through
Yeah, I would love
very
that.
deep snow.
Wow. Oh god. I've lost one. Okay, we're good.
I succeed.
Did you say easy?
Easy.
Ooh, okay. I had one good dice in
Very
there.
barely. Yeah.
Yeah. You all just trudge your way along. Eric taking the brunt of the snow, thankfully helping to clear the pathway a little for the ones behind you. But the trek back to the main office, unlike other times where it's either been the wind physically assaulting you, the weather trying to freeze you in place, or actual beasts trying to hunt you down, this time it's quiet. Can't help but get that feeling like you're being watched from somewhere. But nothing ever acts.
I said almost worse.
Yeah, I think I like this one less.
Eventually, you do reach the front door to the main office. Have to dig away some of the snow. But as you reach for the handle, turn, it just lets that satisfying click and then swings in.
So, I don't know if we established this, but is there a bell on the desk?
There is just one of those like ones you can tap that there's also a bell on the door.
I will walk over to the counter
Okay.
and tap on it 3-4 times.
As you all step in, right, just standing there in front of the counter, the door to the office firmly closed behind it. You just kind of have a cursory glance around as you have now been into this room multiple times. Though now the pictures that are up are different. The carpet is different. The furniture is newer.
Time period newer or condition
Condition newer.
newer? Okay.
What's strange is that might be the same thing in this case, where we've gone back in time every time we've jumped through.
The one picture that stands out is the picture that you would know on the back is kept written a loving family. It is Elizabeth and John standing next to a young man. Uh, about the same size as Elizabeth, maybe a little taller, but maybe early teens. And this picture is whole. It's not ripped.
Okay. So I really start thinking now every time we go through that hatch, we're going backward. So we've gone through it twice now, right?
Hmm.
Well, we should be in the 70s. Assuming we're going back a decade each time. Last time we went through was the 80s. We gone through twice at 70s, so this should technically either be the 60s. So if this is a happy family, then we're in the right decade for it.
Looks newer. And yeah, the other two are from 1966 and 1964.
So
Yeah.
look, I might be guessing here, but maybe they had a family and the son broke off from it. And I got nothing beyond that part.
Something went wrong.
Have you seen John? I wouldn't blame someone for wanting to leave.
Not at all. I'll tap the bell again. Is there any service around here?
At this point, you do hear rustling from the office, and then it clicks as the doorknob is turned, and a much younger Elizabeth steps out. Now vibrant blonde hair, kind of curled up into a age-appropriate hairdo, very cleanly pressed clothes. Comes out just kind of like straightening up her apron, making it all neat and tidy, and carefully shuts the office door behind her. Oh, sorry. Didn't think anyone would come in this late.
Oh, Elizabeth, I'm sorry.
Uh, have we met?
Oh,
Not,
a
not
while
yet.
ago. No, Eric, shut the fuck up. Not, not for. We haven't talked to each other in a while. We've been around here before.
Oh, well, then welcome back.
You're certainly looking a little bit more vibrant than last time.
Thank, thank you, I guess. Did
Do
did
you
you need
happen
rooms,
to?
or?
Uh,
We've already got a room,
Oh,
our own little special place.
it's called Friendship. We would actually like the cabin up there, please. For
uh,
Charlie or something like that.
uh,
Guys, I remembered. I'm so proud of that.
yeah, sure. I don't think anyone's in there. Um, and you see her like looking around the desk. The keys don't seem to be here though. Uh,
Oh, maybe it's in the office there.
John might have them. I know he was helping to clean out after some guests that just left. So if you just want to take a seat, I could brew you up some coffee, and we can just wait for him to come back.
I was wondering if you actually had like a band-aid or two. Seemed to cut myself on some sticks back there, and it just it'd just be greatly appreciated, please.
Uh, sure. I think I have something back here. Just give me a second. Uh, and you see her like open the office door just enough for her to slip through, identical to what she did coming out. Just enough for body to slide and then closing it as she's both entering and exiting.
I guess we could maybe potentially treat a couple wounds or so with some proper medical shot
So
in the dark at this
That's
point.
fair.
are you guys are you guys believing that she doesn't know anything, but this is really her from whatever decade this is?
Eric, at this point, does it really matter?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, see if I can make the axe drop a little bit.
I don't think she knows. And she seems to get younger every time we see her. Then maybe we are going backward in her time. Well, time moves like this for us. It moves like that for her. And the more we go into her past, she's not going to know us.
It's true. But maybe she knows what's going on here.
I really doubt it. I think if we
Well,
could find a way to go forward in time, maybe, we could see something. After all, the no children sign is not up yet. The cabins seem to be a little bit better of a repair. The carpet here doesn't seem as worn out as when we've shown before. So, maybe we're just going backward in their time. But obviously, whatever happens doesn't curse the cabins. Like they don't know about it yet, but
You're having
well,
this conversation. Is the sound of the door behind you. Something heavy kind of running into it, and then the door opening. And the first thing you see is just the flash of a large wood-splitting axe that swings through the door. And then carrying it is a young man, younger than John would be, but there's a little bit of John in the face of this individual.
oh, it's the sun. God.
The
So
sun.
he steps through the door,
Dun.
looks at all of you, just smiles. Oh, more guests. Sorry, Mom and Dad should be around here somewhere.
The mom is helping us out already. Who might you be?
Eric,
Joshua. Just call me Josh.
Oh, what a lovely name.
Yeah, you said Mom was already helping you?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
she's
she was
looking for the
finding-
keys.
Yeah.
At this conversation, Elizabeth does come back out of the office. Oh, I thought maybe you were your father. Yeah, so, do you wouldn't happen to have the key to... You said you wanted 4C? Was that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You happen to have that key on you? And you see him just kind of start rifling through his pockets, pulling out a key ring, and flips through a few of them. Yeah, I got it right here.
Wait, which one of us has the sorry, out of game. Which one of us actually has the real key?
I think that's between you three.
All right, you want to rock paper scissors for it? Because if not, I'm gonna say David slipped it.
It's in character, and I think it's the best place it could be. So
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you found it. That's so nice.
Yeah, doing just some cleaning, chopping up some firewood, making sure everything's all stocked. If you want, I can lead them up to their cabin. And you see Elizabeth just kind of hesitates for a moment. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. If you're busy, we can get your father. And even just as they start to mention his name, the door that hasn't quite closed all the way starts to push inwards. And the figure that has to kind of lean down to get through the door frame, so tall. John steps through, looks between all of you and his son. That face just immediately sours, and he just says, "What did I tell you about talking to customers? You still have chores to do. I don't want to see you around them."
Hey, he was just trying to help us out, and we got the key down, so
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what they told you, but we're full, alright? Don't you get back in your car and get out of here.
okay.
So.
Elizabeth just, reaches out and just gently sets her hand on yours, Eric. No, he's just in a bad mood. No, we really do have room. And she, glares up at John, who just sighs heavily. And with that, he
Yeah.
just, brushes past you, kind of, either intentionally or not, just, shoulder checking you out of the way, David. And then heads off the same direction that his son had gone. And it is the top of the hour, so you can all draw a card.
Did she come out with the medical thing? Because if this is all happening, I'm gonna start treating wounds.
She did.
Okay, I'm gonna start. I'm assuming there's medical tape and
Mhm.
basic bandaging and stuff.
Yep.
Great. Whatever cloth thing that was holding my wound together would very much like to be changed out for actual bandages, so my rib cage doesn't get infected.
Is that 5 haunt cards, Eric?
Yes.
Perfect.
7 haunts! You gotta be kidding me!
Just let me know if you hit 10.
What are you doing this?
Make me draw 3 more times. I'm telling you.
No, don't.
I said that once. I said that once. Don't do it.
Do
Chat.
not say that out loud.
You heard him. He wants you to
Oh
make
my
him draw
God.
cards.
Well, if you insist.
If they do it, I will spend my channel points to immediately rectify it. I'm not doing it. I forget how ballsy I could be at times.
I think that puts you guys up to 28.
Yeah.
2, 3. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I think I counted 13. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, 12. Sorry, my bad.
12?
You're good.
Okay. Not quite 30 yet.
Oh, yeah, because when we hit 20, it went so freaking well for us.
Oh, that means that when Ty gets back, you guys will definitely be over 30. With that, the ring of keys that had been set down on the counter by Joshua, Elizabeth just kind of grabs them, starts, cycling through them till she gets to your room key, undoes it from the ring, and hands it over to you. Just try not to make too much of a mess, and, if you hear any noises from the other cabins, we like that everyone respects each other's privacy. Just come tell us, and we'll take care of it.
Most definitely. We appreciate everything, Elizabeth. Now, could you kind of tell me what was that all about back there? Because I don't know, John wasn't making me feel very comfortable.
It's just been a rough week. We're it's out of season, so kind of dipping in customers, and he doesn't really like it when Josh interacts with the customers. Still young, not very professional.
I thought he did great.
Well, he's learning, and of course, as his mother, I'm doing my best to take care of him and do what mothers do.
Now, is that the whole truth, Elizabeth?
He just gives you a confused look.
And out of game, I'm attempting to use my persuasion specialty to.
Absolutely. Roll your repulsion. at a -1.
Okay, so 1. Oh, so close. 556.
Ooh.
Willpower?
Oh no, I'm not wasting willpower right now
Okay.
to.
You already succeeded.
Okay.
You could willpower and try for a crit.
Yeah, but I have 2 of that.
Okay, that's fair.
Wait, hold on. That's what channel points are for. Oh, no, there's no willpower bonus. It's just time for stress.
It's fine. I succeeded even
I
if
can
it's
cause
hard.
you
so.
stress.
Okay. She's just like that customer service smile kind of fades away. Just stay out of his way. All right? He can be very temperamental and if there's any trouble, just come to me. All right? And I'll help you. I'll take care of it. Just stay away from John, okay?
You'll have somewhere that you could hide us away if need be.
Oh,
Or
I'll
not,
be fine.
or not walk away on that one. That was my last attempt.
Um, so from here you have the dining area, you have the bathrooms off to your right, and of course back outside.
Um, yeah, we saw the one picture that's now whole. I want to go to the other picture, see what's going on. Anything different?
There's that same picture of the group of guests. There's also more pictures of like individual pairs of guests. There's pictures of guests in front of their cars. There's more pictures of Joshua, kind of throughout the years as he's been growing up. You would recognize at least 2 of these cars from the pictures, being the ones that have been out front.
Backseat monster.
Backseat monster.
I know she mentioned it. Did she ever bring out coffee?
Nope, she absolutely forgot about it.
Nope.
Well, I stole us some first aid stuff, so anyone need to get trained?
I would love that.
All right,
Hold
put
on my
out your hand
hand. Help.
and out the band-aids.
So, a medium ignorance check, please.
Ignorance. I can skills. Okay. All right, we're already looking good. Holy shit, I pass.
All right. You seem to have the know-how in the moment to do medical stuff, so roll a carelessness check. Because you have the adequate tools, it is easy.
I want to spend 1 willpower, please.
Okay.
Not because I failed, because I have 2 6s and I can bank on a crit. You won't believe what the fuck I just rolled. But we got 666 going here. I want to show.
Wait.
I can't bring it up to the camera because my camera's my phone, and I really don't feel like resetting it all up. But I will take a picture of this at some point, unless I have to re-roll
No?
again.
That
But
means
yes,
that
I crit.
You gain 3 willpower and can discard a non-haunt suit.
2. There we go. Thank God.
Okay. With that, your major injury of your tore up hands is reduced to a minor injury. And you are no longer forced to make every hand-based check at medium difficulty.
Amazing.
So, where to from here?
Do we want to go to Fort Charlie?
Might as well.
Let's go.
You all step back out into the snow. Any tracks that you had made here seem to be completely washed over. Have the same 2.5 to 3 feet of snow to dig through to get back to your cabin. Again, would you all make another frailty check? This time at medium difficulty.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
still cruising.
And that's why I
I
didn't
only have
spend
2 hits
willpower
of
earlier.
frailty.
That's why we save our willpower.
What was the difficulty?
Medium.
Medium. Okay.
Nope. I'd have to expend all of that willpower that I just got to get close to a success.
Okay. As the 2 of you seem to be making your way with only a fair amount of difficulty, you do look back and see David kind of nursing that wound to the rib cage has been gradually slowing down more and more as he's been trudging through the snow, not quite keeping up.
Good, you all
Hey
right?
David. Yeah, you need an arm?
Oh, I'm fine. I just think I have to pee.
Just shut the hell up and take the arms, David.
All right, but I still have to go, and I'll just hoist myself up.
Guess we'll both get on the side of him.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, the 3 of you now start trudging your way through the snow towards your cabin. And on the air, mixed in with that gentle howling of the wind through the trees, turns to actual howling. Turns to a canine-like sound that starts just screaming through the night. A glance back the way you had just come, and you would see this creature, this amalgamation of human and dog, just perched up on the roof of the main cabin. Its one elongated snout and the many human eyes and mouths and nose across its face, all just baying out into the night for blood. I'm gonna automatically put you guys before it. So, together, as you are helping David along, what would the 3 of you like to do?
mean, it's either we face it now or we face it later. Are you ready to do this?
You got David?
I got him.
Yeah. I was bored ready. I pulled out the knife. I upgraded.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I immediately stop my previous plan of action when I go to grab the knife and run at it and go,
Where
okay,
did the
just run.
fire poker go?
Just run.
Oh, I got it. It's right here.
So,
Okay, but
Dual
why
weapon
was...
warrior, baby.
Yeah, part of me was half
Can I
expecting you
hand
to
Eric
take out that
his
hammer again.
knife? Yeah, can I see? Now that I see this thing, can I hand Eric the knife and be like, "Oh yeah, you dropped this in my
Absolutely.
rib cage."
So the three of you are standing firm.
I'm actually running toward it.
Okay. Good to know. As this thing has appeared, you've noticed that the snowfall has come to a stop. The wind, even though it has cut, you can still hear the howling over top of anything else. You start charging towards the cabin, and this thing will just take one powerful leap off, not directly towards you, but off to the side, land in the snow, and disappear from sight. What would the three of you like to do?
I wonder if it shows later.
Get it now. Just deal with it now. Chase after it.
Keep running in the direction it went.
So now breaking off from the path that you had taken, trudging through the snow. David, Victoria?
I definitely want to keep
Get it.
Eric like in our sights, so we're not going to be like right up there, but like we're going to be going where he's going.
Okay. And as you all spend the next couple seconds, not quite splitting up, but more spreading out, Eric in the far lead, you get a good 20-25 feet up, and then you can see movement in the snow around you, as it is going to lash out at you with its claws. So it is its attack versus your frailty if you were just trying to take the blow, trying to block it. If you're trying to dodge out of the way, it's your clumsiness.
Definitely gonna be dodging out of the way.
Okay.
Okay, 3.
Only
But I
got
also have no will.
only got 2.
But I also have no willpower because of that. So
The claws just catch nothing but air as it swipes past you. That hand, just a mass of tangled fur and dripping that clear viscous goo. But its hand soars clear past you. What would the three of you like to do? It is standing there almost waist high, squaring straight up with Eric.
Stab it in its gut. If I could reach to it.
Gonna have my gun drawn to see if I have to shoot it. I'm not going to yet, but I'm just gonna be ready.
Okay. Then David and Eric, if the two of you are going to attack this thing, go for it.
okay.
Well,
I
you're
will set. Frailty.
yep versus its resist.
2.
Two.
It rolled 3 ones.
Oh shit!
Your combined attacks both just hit, opening up wound after gash across this thing, and it's enough to send it stumbling back a step, but not quite drop it. It is going to just reach towards both of you, the claws pointing directly towards you, and try to rake them downwards. Not so much trying to cause extreme bodily harm as it is simply trying to just open up wounds down your chests. For that, yeah, I think that's its attack versus your clumsiness.
Two.
David?
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
My brain is legit. Oh, I want to spend a willpower so much. It's 6665. I won off.
Just roll
Sorry,
4 dice.
I said one too many sixes. Nope, I just meant 665. I you know how I am. You know, I love going straight for chaos. Well, I think that's 3 successes actually.
Okay. It also rolled 3 successes. David, you're able to...
No, you didn't.
Are you gonna spend channel points?
Is that a thing? Can I make you re-roll? What?
Oh no, I took it out for
Yeah,
this
I'm
game.
spending...
Haha.
No.
Whoops.
You are able to just lean back, the claws barely catching the edge of your shirt, showing little nicks.
There. Channel points.
Unfortunately, as you take that step back, you see that Eric wasn't quite as lucky, and the claws managed to hit just about collarbone level and tear downwards. You are now profusely bleeding from these claw gashes across your chest. No injury yet. We'll see what happens with those. But it is the 3 of you. What would you like to do?
Attack.
Face stab.
Go for it.
One.
Yeah, just one. I can't keep spending all my
Yeah.
willpower on it.
With
Yeah.
2 successes, it lands the claw strike. You manage to get glancing blows, but it does turn and just dives down into the very deep snow and disappears out of sight.
God damn it.
Victoria, anything?
I mean, I don't see it, right? I mean, if I see it again, I'll take a shot, but
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna come back.
With the wound inflicted, you will stand there for a few more moments. Doesn't seem to be any further side of it. So you are left to nothing but the cold, silent air.
You okay? Dude, I got a bit of Band-Aid left.
I am Camp Lamplight. Okay.
That
Have-
made no sense.
A minor injury of, well, no, I think this would constitute as a major gash across your chest.
Don't worry, we'll get that thing if it ever shows its stupid face again.
But
And somehow, David, you weren't the first one to fill up one whole circle.
Did you really beat me out?
I...
No.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh.
It wasn't me.
whether or not you choose to share this information, that gash, for as deep and as painful as it should be, it's more numb than anything. So while it
Yeah.
is technically a major wound, it will have no impairment on your actions. It does not hurt.
That makes sense to me.
With that, the three of you are able to return to your cabin. This time, it feeling much the same as you left it. Does not feel like another loop has passed, especially since the clock still reads 2 a.m. And with that,
No.
we'll have to bring this session to a close.
No. Why do you always end it on these notes? I just want a happy ending.
What other notes do we have?
It's like you joined the wrong game for that.
I thought I joined Rainbow's Sparkling Sunshine campaign, not this.
No.
I thought Locus meant we're gonna locus into hugs and stuff like this, not scare the living crap out of everyone.
No, the My Little Pony tabletop RPG is next month, so, you know, just...
Oh, I'm sorry, I got
What?
my dates mixed up.
But
Friendship is magic there and here.
thank you to my beautiful cast for being here tonight. Hopefully we'll have a full cast next week, as, you know, people need to get better and take care of themselves, and both in-game and out-of-game. Thank you to our beautiful viewers. If you're watching the VOD after, if you're watching this on YouTube, you know, come check us out. We have, I believe, one more session left.
No.
Yeah. We'll absolutely hit 30 cards next time, so we get to see what the ramification of that is. And maybe we'll finally get to the heart of what is happening. But why don't I go around, give you guys a chance to tell everyone... There it is. Tell everyone who you are, if you got anything to plug, any projects you're working on. Go for it.
Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckelot. I played Victoria Johnson tonight. I am kind of all over the place when it comes to the TTRPG space. The best way to figure out what I'm doing is honestly to follow me on social media, because I typically try to plug stuff on there. Tomorrow I am streaming on my own channel in conjunction with Times Dungeon. We're doing our monthly D&D podcast, Dungeons and Discussions. We're going to be talking all about character creation, and actually be chatting with our sponsor, the CEO of our sponsor, Neverending, about the app and how cool it is to make characters on there. On Saturday, you can find me on Hard Knock Dice playing an all-dragon one-shot, which is going to be so fun. I'm so excited. I'm playing a green dragon, and it's going to be so lit. I'm very excited. And then in terms of long-term things I got going on, you can find me on TPK Roleplay every other Tuesday and Thursday, and then Neon Lights Roleplay every other Sunday. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let's keep on keeping on.
Awesome. Jump over to Eric.
Hello, I'm Eric. I'm Eric. I'm also Dave.
I see your character
From
names, and that's just what goes through my brain.
Oh yeah, same. I'm Dave. I play Eric from Hangman's Gate RPG. As far as what we have going on, we're running a persistent campaign of Cult Divinity Lost. Cult Project Hades. That'll be Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern, so 6 Mountain. Is that how time works?
Yep.
Okay. So that'll be the third one of those. Hangman's Gate RPG, all one word. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter. I think that's all we got because I suck at social media, but I do what I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Go check out both of those amazing channels, all those amazing channels. And last but not least, I'm gonna call you David, even though I'll give you a chance
Guys, I'm David in real life and in game. Oh yeah, we're over here working on the Deadly D8 YouTube channel. I feel like this normally even on there. We have a live stream with some few surprises that I'm not allowed to talk about. At 9 Eastern time. I don't know what that is over there. I think I believe 7 Mountain
7.
time. And then we are joined by lovely Donut Ones to write the Illusionist of Choice archetype live on stream, where chat can actually help us write out the archetype, and it will be released to Twitter afterward. And we got a few. Unfortunately, Thailand couldn't make it tonight, but we did release the new Gunsmoke PDF for Pathfinder 2e, which is 22 new firearms, 4 siege weapons, and a few pieces of ammunition that I wrote going into it. So that one's doing pretty well on Pathfinder Infinite. You can check it out there. Let's see. I'm just trying to. God, there's so many projects. You can follow. I know Pathfinder 2e has been recently blowing up on Twitter. If you'd like to know more about Pathfinder 2nd Edition, tweet me at GeekJames513. I will hopefully get back to you as soon as possible with whatever your question may be, but I will be plugging away at 2e until either trending stops or my Eli tells me to not talk about it anymore, which I doubt will ever happen. So either one of those two things. Besides that, I don't think I have any other projects. You like just seeing more random tweets by me or retweeting other people who like my own stuff because I'm an egomaniac. Either one of those. Just remember, my name's David, but I go by James as a disguise for everyone else.
It's a cover.
Exactly. I'm that good.
And of course, I am Andrew, your games master, your horror maniac, your trauma therapist for the evening. Just once again, I want to remind everyone that issues that we cover in this game are very real life issues. If any of this, if it ever is too much, we absolutely understand. If you need to turn off the stream, go focus on yourself, because it is always more important that you take care of your mental health over supporting content creators. Always. But tomorrow we would have a game of Scum and Villainy, but unfortunately it did get cancelled, so that's just going to get pushed back into next month. And then we just got a bunch of Pathfinder going on this weekend. So if you love Pathfinder, stick around. We got bunches and bunches of it. And since I think that's it, unless one of my mods yells at me, I'm going to throw a raid over to our good friends at Weave the Tale. And I will bid you all a goodbye, a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.